And now that is on. Yeah. There we go. Let me just clean my window up here, over to there, and we're here. What's up? Will you look at that? It's an SG. Who'd have thunk? Can you hear my voice okay? Yeah, no, I can see it's metering. Yeah. All right. Let me get my hair out of my eyes. Anyway, we'll be going to get a haircut soon. What's up, Michael? OH, Hugh, Larry John, Michael, Chris, Jason, OH, Christopher, Tony, Jim Bean, Jay Jennings, Larry George. What's up, Terry and Ben? And, of course, The Shape, Davo, Ogre William, Matthew, Ricky Compton. Yeah. All right. I've yet to peel the, the guard off it yet, but the plastic covering. We'll get there. Yeah, SG's looking good, right? It's got nice knobs. Knob cam. Yeah, check those out. Ah! I'm bumping the acoustic. What's up, JP? John? Simon? Guitar fret zone. Yes, SG means Steve's guitar. Yeah, fretboard's really nice. I'm glad it was one of the darker ones, because that's just the randomness of nature, right? You could get a lighter rosewood, you could get a darker rosewood, you could get a heavier mahogany, you can get a lighter mahogany. And I was hoping for a heavier mahogany and a darker rosewood, and I got both. I didn't even tell them that, because I didn't want to be like, make sure you send me a dark mahogany, a heavy mahogany, and a dark rose. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to be a colossal douchebag. So I was just like, whatever you got, I'm happy with. And but both wishes came true. What do you know? What pickups are in it? 490T and 490R. I think those. What do they call those? Are those the custom classics? You like to leave it on, William? Yeah, OCD about taking the plastic off. Wouldn't take it off until it absolutely looks terrible. I kind of do that too. Because you get a brand new pickguard when you take it off. It's like you're either going to start the scratching now or later. Why not preserve it, Though one time I had an Ibanez like that, and the other dude I was working with at the music store sort of shamed me into taking it off. He's like, I don't know. Do what you want. He's like, I just think it kind of looks stupid. I was like, all right, I guess I'll take it off. Strat CPL, Green Mini. They make them in Pelham Blue still. Not that I've seen on the website. I don't think so. I haven't seen that. Pelham Blue. You see them out there used. But I don't know. I think right now they're doing Ebony and Heritage Cherry on the Modern. And I think it's just Heritage Cherry on the 61 reissue. They're not doing Ebony. So if you want that, you've got to get a used one. One from a prior run. Taking the protective film is so satisfying. You know what? I was thinking about filming it, right? Doing a full-on ASMR triple close-up shot and shooting it at a high frame rate and just doing a massive slow pull, you know, just to kind of goof on it a little bit. What model? SG standard. And as of today, it is a whopping 15 days old. This guitar came off the final assembly line 15 days ago. It's about as fresh a guitar as I've ever owned. If you leave the plastic guard on too long, it'll leave some funky damage on there. The one way to get around that, believe it or not, because the longer you leave it, you're right, it does. What you do is you hit it with a blow dryer and you slowly warm it up, right? You just keep the blow dryer a little far away and you warm that film up. And I do that for old permanent stickers on cases. Like, because if you use the chemical, sometimes you eat away the case. You need like a non-chemical way to pull the sticker off, and it's heat. It's absolutely heat, and you heat it up. And from what was going to be a giant blotch of stickiness left on the case, if you warm it up enough, you take it off and it leaves it completely clean. It's like a freaking miracle. Do a plastic pull ASMR. You try to include those in your vids, yeah. I know that's a fast turnaround. They sent me a new one. When they said they were going to send me a brand new one and that they were back ordered and I'd be getting one off the assembly line, they weren't kidding. I just thought it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know for sure what happened, but it feels like, you know, they sort of bumped me up or something. I don't know. Or they just did the classic under promise and over perform, right? They knew they might have one soon, but they didn't know exactly when. So they go, look, 4 to 6 weeks. And then if it shows up in 2 weeks, I actually got the shipping 10 days. I think 11 days. Yeah, they made the shipping label 10 days after it was made. And I placed my order 11 days before the shipping label. So this was made like the day after I placed my order. So the only thing I can think of is it got like allocated to me, and then eventually it got to me in the shipping queue. I don't know, but I was really, really stoked. I mean, just out of the blue, one of the guys from Gibson was like, "Hey, dude, you know, great news. Your guitar is shipping. Here's the shipping." And I was like, "What?" And the weird thing was, he said it was what I would call quiet UPS shipping. It was like it was weird. You know how normally you'd go to UPS, you know, or FedEx or anybody, and they'd say like, "It just left, lands in Michigan." You know, now it just showed up in Connecticut. Now it's leaving Connecticut. Now it showed up in Massachusetts. Now it's out for delivery, right? Right? So this one was, it's preparing for shipment. It has been shipped. Doesn't say anything about where, nothing. It is in transit. It is out for delivery. It has been delivered and nothing else. It was pretty... I've never seen that before with the UPS. It's usually, you know, a lot of location data, but mums was the word on this particular guitar. Now, you wonder if that stems from the great theft of those Les Pauls, right? Right? Isn't that what happened? Didn't those get stolen in shipment, right? So somebody knew where they were? You wonder if that had something to do with it. Because this came from the Gibson showroom. Showroom condition. Lee, Lolly. Nope. It was over me horns. They feel like 10s. I think I'm with Bobby, though. I think I have to raise the action a little bit. Like, as soon as he picked it up, he's like, action's kind of low, because they all do that, right? They're all like, they want to show off how low they can get the action, but I actually like my action a touch higher. The B string's fine, but the E's a little low. And there's no individual saddle adjustment, so I have to, you know, raise the whole thing, but I might leave it there for now and see if I can adjust. You had to set yours up? Mine? Well, you know, when people talk about guitar setups, I say to myself, it's the equivalent of like getting in the car and saying the seat wasn't at my appropriate place or the steering wheel's at the right height, right? Everybody's going to like a different setup. So you will get some people out there that sit there with, you know, lasers and microscopes, and they don't actually play guitar, but they're really good at measuring them. I see them on Strat Talk all the time. I feel like, you know, my neck is off by 1.3 microns. It's like, oh my God. I'm getting a buzz out of 1.2 frets, and it's cause for concern. It's like, but I don't, you know, unless it's really bad. I don't know. I don't really. I'm trying to think of the last guitar that I got, and I was like, oh, this guitar needs a setup. You know what it was? It was the Donner. The Donner neck was really, had really high action. I was like, whoa, that's shockingly high action. And it's because the neck was pretty far forward. And when I checked the truss rod, it was loose. I just tightened it up a little bit, and like magic, it went right back into the thing, and it was fine. But looks good on you, kid. Makes you look cool. What's the line? That's from The Simpsons, right? Hey, kid. Cigarette licks, right? Bart has the cigarette in his hand, and the cigarette delivery guy shows up to pick up the cigarettes. He goes, hey, you look pretty good with that cigarette in your hand there, kid. Makes you look kind of sophisticated. He's like, oh, thanks. I'm with Paul Gilbert, lower them to buzz and then back it off. I can't do that. That's way too low for me. I don't like it. I don't like it that low. I like it much higher. Yeah, in fact, when you look at like, I'm not quite as bad as him, but when the one that always makes people freak out is when they look at Tony Stoffer, right? Anthony Stoffer from Texas Blues Alley. Really amazing Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, and the blues style player. And his action is like friggin' way off the board. He's like, oh, I love it. He's like, people are like, how do you play a guitar like that? He's like, one note at a time. Yeah, now this one really is Blackie Flawless. The other one, not so much. Though I did finally get the polish. I can give that a try. Let me see. I think I have more of a. Yeah, that's dual heavy rig. Let's do maybe. This one. I'm just saying Paige probably would have switched to an SG. Oh, God, it's nice, huh? Have you tried Scuffum F gear? Yeah, I do. Yeah, so Scuffum is like one of those products that really is like a lot of products are, and that is sometimes you get like the kitchen sink thrown in, right? They have 150 million sounds, but the sound quality isn't all that great. Scuffum is like the opposite of that. Very few amps, but they all sound pretty good. They're all pretty awesome amps, every one of them. Problem is they only have about a half dozen amps, right? If that. I know. I'm starting to look at me. I'm hippieing out here. Christ. I'll be looking like that kid from T2. But now. Late due to the Derby. Yeah, same here. I just watched it. I was like, they can wait a minute. It's the fastest 2 minutes. I know, right? I'm like wicked happy with it. I'll pull that off at some point. I probably won't leave it. It's the equivalent of leaving a tag on your shoes. It's like the sticker, I don't know. We'll see. I think I should make a video of it. Well, I got the box here. If you want to do the quick unboxola, that is Nick. I actually wrote a few things to cover this week. The first was the Gibson SG, which I think we're there. Next up is, hold on. What am I gonna do? Hold on. I just gotta modify this box. Just a hair. Like that. And like this. All right. There we go. And like that. Okay. Keeley, what has become of you? Do you still feel the way you come? Now we are down to this. Oh. 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 What do we have here? Ben Coombs is going to want one of these. We have the Dank side. Now, you may have heard of the dark side, right? Which is his sort of Floyd-esque, right? He's got the Monterey that's kind of Jimmy. He's got the dark side. But on 420, on last year too, not just this year, but last year as well, they put out a special edition dark side called the Dank side. I didn't even know about last year, but this year I happened to see it on Facebook, and I texted my contact at Keeley, and because of the churn in the industry, I was like, "Hey, bro, you still at Keeley?" And he was like, "Yeah." I want. He's like, "Oh Christ! All right, calm down over there. Let me see what I can do." I said, "I never wanted a pedal so bad in my life." Yoink! That's a yoinking right there. And then the final step, like most Dank items, you pull it out of a plastic bag. Yep. It's just like the dark side, except 20% danker. All right. I don't know what the back color is. I guess we could call this what? Sergeant Stadenko green. The knobs are purple Kush green. Purple Kush is the correct answer. And I feel like that could be lighter, and you could see that better. But anyway, it looks a little dark there, darkness. But it kind of reminds me of the van in the first Cheech and Chong movie. All right, what was that? Up in Smoke. Right, what was the second one? Nice Dreams, followed by Corsican Brothers. Things Are Tough All Over. Am I naming the Cheech and Chong filmography? But yeah, Dank side. Now, how is it different from the dark side? It's got these sick graphics. That's it. Functionally, it's identical. The only difference is the color design, the graphics, the dankness. You know. Still smoking. Next movie. Nice Dreams. Corsican Brothers. How fast can I do it? Yeah, you get the munchies just looking at it. Yeah. But it pretty much is a dark side pedal. So you got your in, your out, and your expression pedal. And if you don't know about the Dank side, it is a delay. It's a fuzz, right? That's on like the fuzz side. But then it's like a roto. It's like a vibe. It's like a delay. It's got a whole bunch. It might even have a phaser in it. Yeah. You can set the rate, the loop. Yeah. It does a tape head. No, it's pretty sick. God. Dank side. Right there. So, super awesome special thanks to everyone at Keeley. I messaged my contact at Keeley, and I was like, because they made 50, and they sold out instantly. I was like, I want one. He's like, all right, calm down over there. No, he was super nice. He said, let me see what I can do. And he came back and was like, it was a few days later. He's like, I got you one. I'll ship it out next week. I'm like, dude. So I got the shipping order for this on Monday and the SG on Monday, and they both showed up on Wednesday. Because Keeley does 2-day FedEx. I'd have to listen to it again. It's a weird run. Yeah, Dave's not here. Again, it's hard for kids to imagine it. these days, but listening to a comedy album was a thing. You know, I had Cheech and Chong records. You know, I had the Steve Martin record. My God, that was hugely popular. A lot of people had the Bill Cosby record. And then Robin Williams, Reality, What a Concept. Anybody else remember that record? Or cassette? Really, I remember the record. But what was the Steve Martin one? Was it No More Mr. Nice Guy? What was it? It was the one with King Tut. Sad to say, but I used to love to listen to Bill Cosby's records. Yeah, it was huge. You know, that record was massive. It really was. And I would say, really, the last huge one that I can remember probably was Dice, but even before Dice was Eddie Murphy's, right? That Eddie Murphy one was friggin' just everywhere. That Eddie Murphy one, and I want to say 84, right? 84, 85, somewhere around there. And then really the last, like, big comedy one that I even set that I can remember would be that Chris Rock set that he did probably 15 or 20 years ago now. You're like, oh my God, time has flown. It feels like yesterday that thing came out, but it was actually like literally 15 freaking years ago. Steve Martin's double album was Wild and Crazy Guy, right. Yeah, I had that one. Oh, and I had Richard Pryor. Oh my God, I had that Richard Pryor record too. God, I loved Richard Pryor. You know, I'm talking like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, maybe 14, listening to Richard Pryor records. You know? All I did was shoot up a car, but then the cops showed up. They have guns too. That's a good album. But they don't kill cars. Yeah, that was a good one. We're turning into a goddamn friggin' remembrance channel, for Christ's sakes. Did my parents know? They bought it for me, I think. Melon, that was a Boston guy from Worcester. Oh my God. Dennis Leary. That's who does that song. Thanks, Yeti Matsi. Happy May 1st to you. Chicken picking on an SG. Yeah, I don't think Sandal was from around here. I want to say he was New Hampshire, a little more north. Not quite the same as around here. It's a little different. my God, Blazing Saddles. We used to talk about that in school all the time. That and Young Frankenstein. We used to talk about that, my God, all the time. And I don't think Blazing Saddles was rated R. I want to say it was rated PG back in the day, which is a little shocking. And then, same with Young Frankenstein, but the first rated R movie I saw was Animal House, and it was an epiphany. Hey, what's up, Aljon? Yeah, right? Yeah, check that out. I know a guy who knows a guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mongo only pawned in the game of life. Yeah, the Naked Gun didn't come until later. I want to say it was Naked Gun. That was 80s, right? And Airplane, that whole thing, it started, I want to say, in 1980 with Airplane. And Airplane may have been a continuation of the absurdity known as Kentucky Fried Movie. You know what I'm saying? Just like, just one of those things where it's just non-stop jokes. Just non-stop jokes. Oh, see, Buzz Wilson, Kentucky Fried Movie. See, yeah, see, great minds think alike. There you go. And then, of course, what was the great hockey movie? Hawk Shot. Was it Hot Shot? What was it? Slap Shot. We have a super chat and I missed it? How did I miss that? Can I see it over here? Boo boo, viewer activity. Oh my God, it's right there, Vincent. Thanks, buddy. Hey, thank you. See, now I can go and find them when they're off screen again. I didn't know how to do that before, but I got it now. And you know what? I'm gonna, yeah. I got you. Hey, thank you for alerting me. Thank you. No. Thank you. Yeah, slap shot. Yeah, Paul Newman was in Slapshot. Top Secret. Oh my God, yeah, another farcical movie from Top Secret. That was Val Kilmer. Yeah, Top Secret. Right, and he dances his way. Hold on, I need to use this like a goddamn barrette. Damn. I turned into a goddamn hippie. You know, I will say that I have noticed that compared to the 2012 Gibson I had, that they've changed how they, it seems to me that they changed how they make the nut. So if you look at, I looked at photos of this from that old guitar. The nut seemed to be just a hair bigger, a little bit thicker, right? Front to back, like from the side that touches the fret to the side that's, you know, on the back side here. A little thicker and blockier. Like it had more of a shelf on the top, right? And I think it had more tuning problems because of that, right? Because there's just more contact. This new nut, and the other one, the classic, is the same way. It's a little bit thinner front to back, and they have it rounded like a breakaway, like a cutoff, which is what I'm normally used to seeing, right? And I think these are made out of bone or something. It's not coriander or whatever the hell coriander, what did they use? They used like a countertop material for a little while, and I think that's what that other one was. It was the years of the countertop material. And it just wasn't that slippery. So I would lube it up and it would work fine. But I would just say, like, I haven't done anything to this guitar. And I just think the whole notion of like Gibson's, you know, having tuning problems has been, I think, eradicated with just a little bit of more like attention to the nut design, how they break that away now. And as far as I know, from when I took the tour, you know, it's done by a Plek machine. It's just a matter of, you know, telling, you know, Nutbot what to do up there. And it does it with a level of precision and consistency that's like astonishing, right? Just like CNC machines are now. So I got to say, like, this one and the other one just didn't have the tuning problems like that 2012 one did. Oh, thanks, James. Doesn't the wife like the wild side of you long hair in the new SG? Well, we don't talk about the SG. You know what I learned a long time ago? Just don't bring up guitars. She doesn't like them. She doesn't care. And it just sounds like you're spending money. So just don't even get into it, right? That's the best thing. That's why I have Bobby. That's why, right? He's my guitar wife, right? Or like Tone King or Robert Baker. Again, like my guitar wives. But I can say, hey, hon, check out my new guitar. And they're like, oh, I love it. That's adorable. My wife is like, I don't care. My real wife is like, I don't care. I don't want to see it. All this is doing is angering me. So I have learned over the years, just don't even bring it up. Exactly, not bot. Plek fixed my 2001 DC Les Paul. I was impressed with the whole Plekking system. I have been in the Plekking room, and it's quite a piece of machinery, let me tell you. And they've got about, it felt like a half dozen, maybe more. It was tough to count. I wasn't actually counting them, but they had a bunch going at once, and so they always have like one working on it. And what they realize is that you want enough so that one's finishing when another one is about to go in, right? So at any one time, just as you're done setting the next one up to go, one of the ones that you set up a while ago is just now finishing, and you pull that out. They had quite a system going on it. Guitar wife, guitar girlfriend is a bit better. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Right, Troy? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. How does the Gibson sound and feel compared to the Harley Benton? Believe it or not, I think the Harley Benton is, I would have expected it to be brighter, right, because of the finish. But I actually think it's a little bit darker. And it could be because of the EMGs that they use. I don't really know. But the pickups on, I think, the Gibsons are pretty bright. They're surprisingly bright. And my 2012 was the same way. You know? It was surprisingly bright for a, for a humbucking pickup. You should go to Nashville and take the Gibson tour, Steve. I have, twice. I went once when I think Henry was still there. Maybe not. That might have been a transition year. And then the next year was when the new guy, JC, was there. And it was definitely a little different the second time I went. I felt like they had more plexiglass up. And they had things like broken into sections a little more cleanly than they did in the prior year. So they really were making, and I had heard that they had really broke down their manufacturing steps. And so they probably just did, you know what, like anything, a new guy comes in, he just looks everything over and says, oh, maybe we can improve here and here and here. And they make changes. Dang, film it next time. They wouldn't let me bring I had a camera on me. They wouldn't let me film it in Gibson. The first time I went, I was able to, not the second time, but the first time I went to the Gibson tour, they wouldn't let me use a camera. Went through the tour. And then afterwards, I was like pulling a few strings with some people I knew to see if any way I could get like a little bit of footage. And one of the managers came out and said, yeah, you can come in. And I have some footage. I have footage of the guy in a couple sections, right? I think wrapping the binding, right? That's one station. Stamping the back of the neck. I have some footage of a woman applying a sunburst to a guitar. It's all in the Gibson factory. And I have a woman scraping the binding, doing a binding scrape, and that's it. I think that's all my footage from inside the factory. And that's 3 years ago now. 3 years ago. So things have changed, I'm sure. Someone told me once, get all your guitars in the same color, right? Yeah. And what I found is you just get so many of them, they can't even tell anymore. It's like if you have 2 guitars and then you have 3 guitars, that is a noticeable increase. If you have 30 guitars and then you have 31 guitars, that is a unnoticeable increase. A negligible increase in guitars. That's where you have to be, right? It's what I call herd immunity. You're immune from scorn because you have a herd, a stable of guitars. I've got over 30 some guitars. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you gotta hide them. Oh, you got a kitty butt. Cutie. She's like, I am in a standoff with a moth. Yeah, that high E is little. I do have to raise that action up just a hair. It's too low for my chubby fingertips. I can't quite. I know a guy that gets all the same color to throw off the wife. I don't know if I could do that, though. And then what color are you getting? I guess you have to get like black, right? Because anything else is variation. Red can mean 1,000 things. Same with green or blue. The only colors you're really safe on are black and maybe white. And even white, there can be variation, right? A real alpine white versus a more like Olympic or a vintage white, you know, or a linen. What we go through. Next one's got to be an ES335. I am glad you brought that up. Thank you, Lofts, if that is your real name. I have my 1974 Aria, made in Japan, ES335 copy. I think it's called the 510T. And, you know, it was never a great guitar. It's a bolt-on. And, but, you know, I have fond memories to some degree of the guitar. It can't be fixed. The body is separating from the sides. The binding is broken off. Could I find some crazy luthier that would take it on as a project and make it look like brand new? I'm sure I could. But I just don't care that much. I would rather just get another guitar, right? I'm not that wedded to it. So I would like to get, though, something that looks like it, right? The candidates for looking at it, let me see if I can call up another web thingy here. Let me bring it up over here. Can I go to the Gibson? Well, actually, let me go to the Epiphone site. Because I think they have one that's very similar. Very, very close to it. Original ES. I think it's here. Yeah. Okay, hold on. All right, you see that? That actually looks a lot like my guitar like when I was a kid. And the main feature would be the block inlays are a little smaller. You see that? They're not full size, right? They're the small block inlay. It's a rosewood fretboard, which is what I had, right? The black top and that all looks the same. The black pickguard is right. Mine has a terrible tremolo, but I don't even care about that. It just made the guitar like not really stay in tune. So they have it in blueberry, but that does nothing for me because it's not like what I had. That actually looks very, very similar to the original guitar that I had, back in the day. So there's always that. If we went to Gibson, I don't know that you can get that exact. Is it under the modern collection or is it under the original collection? 339, 335 satin. Well, I probably have to go original collection, I think. And then, ES335. Believe it or not, the other one is closer. That does not quite look like it. It's too dark at the edges, right? The actual the Epiphone is a closer match than that is. It really is. I could just get the ebony though, right? I mean, I have been on an ebony kick. What should my next one be? What are we doing? Maybe no, not a reissue. Original collection. Yeah, I could do like that. Yeah. I mean, it's like winning the Super Bowl and then talking about the following season, the night of the win, right? We can celebrate the SG for a while, but the gold top is still on the radar. But I digress. Let's go back to Gibson. Yeah, that's very close. Yeah, that might be my closest match. Now, another company, and D'Angelico guitars. There is one in the D'Angelico lineup that also looks kind of similar. That might be it. That's a small body, though. I don't want that. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different brand. The closest one I've seen so far, that looks right. Believe it or not, that might be the closest one in terms of color. But, oh God, kill me with that mini body. It's like, no, hell no. I don't like that. I don't care for that one bit. Is it this one? Oh, maybe it's this one, and they just have it in a different. No, they don't have it. No. As my German friends would say, 9. Maybe this one? There you go. But how big is the body? The body doesn't look that big, does it? You know, doesn't that body look a little smaller? Right? Than that? I mean, just look at the size of the pickups compared to the rest of that figure, right? The form figure? I don't know. Am I kooky? Is that ebony? Because if it's ebony, that would be a different than what I have. And the blocks are too big. And the headstock's much different. Like, the headstock on this is far closer to my Aria, than that headstock, which is, something straight out of a friggin' 1940s movie. What do they give specs? No specs. Right only. Let's see product specs. Fingerboard is Ovencall. Ovencall? What's this fingerboard? Jatoba? Can I get rosewood? I don't think I can. Yeah, flame veneer. I also like that this is flame. Ain't nothing wrong with a flame. Oh, thanks, Todd. Todd? Todd. Thanks, Todd. Jesus. Hold on. Let me go back here. Thanks, Ted. Well, I bought a 2014 Gibson Les Paul Floyd Rose. Look at you. I might write this out for a Floyd Rose. What do you think? EMGs, a couple Floyd Rose. I put a piece of paper over the Ring camera so the wife couldn't see it on her phone. Nice. Machiavellian. Yeah, no, that's good. We have the cameras too, but she doesn't check them. She's not nearly as I know some friends who their wives are way more like have to know like every little detail. My wife really could not care. She just couldn't really care any less. She's like, whatever. She's like, I'm going to the attic with a cup of tea and a good book. It's like, you do whatever you're doing. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Yeah, I would say of these two, the actual ES is much closer. You know, and if I'm going to embark on a new career as a blues musician, which you'll have to come up with my blues name, like Blind Lemon Martini or something. Blind Limoncello. Hey, what's up, Boogie Woogie? Hey, Steve, long time no hear. Finishing up with the COVID here in LA. Yeah, I got my second shot a couple weeks ago, so we're forging ahead. I just took my daughter for her first. My son doesn't qualify till he's 16, so he hasn't turned 16 for 3 more weeks. Yeah, exactly, Blixie. I think they were talking about Rosewood would eventually come back. I've been hearing that too. But you know what? Factories make changes, and it's hard to switch back very quickly. It took a long time for them to switch over, and now it's a hard time to switch back, right? These things, they don't just flip a switch. Stocks are bought. Stocks will be used, and then and then they say, well, how much is the Rosewood? And they find out the Rosewood is really shot up in price. And they're like, maybe we'll just stick with Chiptoba. Blind Boy Boston. Blind Lemon Pledge. Longer dye it black and put a blonde streak in it. Yeah, my daughter has colored hair. I could she'd let me go like full on blue with a pink stripe. Stevie Ray Boston. You got that right, Sassy Cat. Sassy Cat just wrote that all lumber prices are ridiculous right now. So when I built these walls, that was in November, December of 2017, I used OSB, oriented strand board, and I paid like, I don't know, like $8 a sheet, at Home Depot. It's $65 a sheet now. Like, you can't even be serious. So, they're trying to find some stuff that they can get down into the 30s. And I'm like, you cannot be serious with this right now. So it's a little, it's up there right now. Steve, you're going to love this. There was a comment on a product vid saying that I was the Asian SFB. I'm telling you, we are connected at the hip. We kind of, we probably don't want to admit it. We probably are kind of a little similar. A little gift of gab, a little friendly, a little outgoing, Sure. I haven't weighed it yet. I haven't weighed. Someone is asking, so what's the weight? I know you're happy. I'm very happy with the weight on it. Like I said in the video, there's an inherent randomness with all natural products, of which wood is one. So some ebony is going to be some rosewood's going to be a little darker, some rosewood's going to be a little bit lighter. Some mahogany is going to be a little bit heavier, some mahogany is going to be a little bit lighter. I was hoping, it wasn't like I was going, guys, and I want a heavy body and I want a dark red. I didn't say anything like that. I was going to be happy with no matter what I got. But, I was hoping it would be a slightly heavier mahogany and a slightly darker neck, and I got both. The neck, as you can see, it's not completely black like ebony, but it's not completely light either, right? And I really like that about it. It's just right. One of the guys from Gibson, wrote me, and they were like, is it good? Are you happy with it? It's better than good. It's perfect. So, it's really worked out. I'm telling you, Steve, he'd play an SG. Oh, thanks, Boogie Woogie Creep. Steve, I'm looking at buying a Kiesel Zeus acoustic. Any dealings with them? Quality company? I have never dealt with Kiesel directly. But I can tell you this. I had a Carvin here that was a little older. It was a nice guitar. It was very well made. It had a little bit of fret sprout, but, it's very dry around here, and that can happen on any, even the most expensive guitar can get a little fret sprout in the ridiculous conditions we have around here. But, I wouldn't, I wouldn't put all that blame, really on them. I went to Tone Kings, though, and he had a brand new Kiesel, it wasn't one of their super wood, done up. It was a pretty simple guitar that was basically like a black guitar with a green stripe, and that was it. It was pretty simple, and it wasn't very expensive. It was $1,100-$1,200, something like that, for a USA made guitar. It's pretty good. And I will say that I thought the quality on that guitar was exceptional. I was, the Kiesel booth is always, kind of busy, and I never really go there, and I've never really even dealt with Jeff Kiesel or anything like that. But I think Jeff is one of those guys that you either love him or you hate him, but he's got plenty of people that love him, and they seem to do, pretty well, and that's usually for a reason. Usually for a reason. Make a pink SG like what? Like the shell pink? Like a springtime? Make one pink and one sort of like a blue, like the not the seafoam green, but like the, I guess like a Daphne blue or like the Pelham blue, right? It's like a soft blue. Yeah, well, yeah, that could work. How would you compare it to the Black Les Paul sound-wise? This is a little twangier, right? I feel a little bit more twang off this guitar. I feel like this is the closest to a Strat on a Gibson that I've ever played, right? Les Pauls feel so different from Strats, but this one not so much, right? It feels a little bit more like that twanginess of a Strat, and the neck is actually, I think they're the same. I don't really feel a big difference in the neck profile. I want to say that the necks are either similar or very, very much the same. What else about it? Sound-wise, I think this is a brighter guitar, right? That's probably because it has, I think, the vintage pickups, right? Aren't these like classics, right? Custom classics or something like that, 490T and 490R, where the other one I think is their more powerful pickup. Certainly I see it when I plug in, right? I have to turn down the input gain or I'm redlining. So those are definitely stronger pickups without a doubt. That's it. Yeah, you know how some guitars have a little bit more. Like a snappiness. Yeah, twangier. Yeah, you heard me, twangier. I have a keyboard. I do. Oh, is Agufish here? Oh. Yeah. We gotta give him an intro song. A little blues and C. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Buzz. Obligatory coffee support. Thanks, buddy. I'm addicted to the dark bean. Once you go black, you never go back. Who bit your arm? The friggin' guy who took my blood the other day. You know, he's got the thing. Hold on. Let me see. I might be ripping your vein up a little bit. You're fine. There we go. I had my annual physical. And, you know, the guy down at Quest Diagnostics, it cost me $50 out of pocket. It was like a $900 friggin' blood work. It cost me $50 out of pocket, and he wrecked my friggin' arm. So, Hunter, are you gonna do summer NAMM? I think I'm out. I was gonna go, but I know it's down to only 2 days now, and I don't think I'm gonna do it. I have a room reserved in case I change my mind, but lately I've been leaning more and more towards against it. The flights are so expensive right now. Just keep it all until winter NAMM. Yeah, exactly. I got arms like Courtney Love. Look at that. Just stick it in my veins. Yeah, Summer NAMM is on. 2 days, just Thursday and Friday. They're skipping Public Day, which is Saturday. And they're only doing Thursday and Friday. 2-day show. But I don't, that's how I currently feel about it. It's like I worry that I'm going to go there and there's going to be nobody there. I'll be sitting by myself at Monell's crying. Aggofish, driving distance. So maybe, but also, right, if no one else is going. Exactly. Well, see, for me, I used to be able to fly. One year, I went to Nashville for $150 round trip airfare. And the next year, I was like shocked to find out I had to pay like $250. Right now, it's like $450, maybe $550 for round trip. It's like really shot up, and there's a lot fewer flights. So do you want the 6 a.m. or the 6 p.m. flight, sir? I'm like, you're killing me. So I'm sort of like I said, I have a room that I can cancel up until July 13th or July 12th, I think. But I'm really leaning towards not going. Dallas International Guitar Festival's going on now. Just couldn't get it ramped up to go today. Maybe tomorrow. Buzz, I wish you, please go, if you would, and report back next week. I would love to know what the attendance was like. Now, it may be a little suppressed because you guys have been having some rainy weather. And as you know, a lot of the Dallas show is outdoor live concerts. And when people size up whether they want to drive down and actually attend, they look at the weather and they say, it's going to be pouring rain. We won't be able to see a lot of the outdoor shows. So it'd be interesting to see. I would love to get a report, if you do go, what the attendance was like, because I know you've been there in years past. That's where we met. That would be of interest. What's the radius on the SG? I think Gibson's are 12, no? Am I wrong? Hold on. Let's go to Modern Collection and down to the SG Standard. And I'm going to do a video about this. I'm telling you right now, the SG Standard is the best bargain on the market right now. I think not only in the Gibson lineup, and quite frankly in a lot of lineups, because you're getting... I wouldn't doubt if the price of the SG goes up soon. Just because the used market is almost as hot as the... Right? If a used guitar is pushing up to $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, then the new one's probably going to get pushed up. It just happens. 12-inch radius. 12-inch radius. Yeah, 24 3/4 scale. We all knew that, though. It's called a rounded neck profile. This is almost identical to my classic. Graphtec nut. Graphtec. I like that. I'm a fan. 1.69 inches at the nut. At the end of the board, it's 2 1/4 inches wide. Trapezoid inlays, chrome. It's an aluminum or aluminium. Nashville Tunematic. And stop bar. Grover Rotomatics with kidney buttons. And black top hat, silver reflectors. Yeah, neck pickup is the 690R. The bridge pickup is the 690T. And it ships with 10s. And it's a soft shell case. The case is awesome. I really like it. I don't know if we... really showed much of it the other day. Let me see if I can reach in here. I don't know. Oh. It's kind of flopping on me. It is... I'm hesitant to call it a bag because it's got walls. You know what I'm saying? Like the sides are stiff. And it's got... I don't know if I can do this. You see where the Gibson is? Oh, it's on this side. God, it's reverso. It's got the big neck block. All right? It's really a soft shell case. I think to call it a bag is to undercredit it, right? Is to undersell it. I think, or it's to be unfair to it. I think it's really a soft shell case more than a bag. Because my Fender bags don't have sides to them, right? It's a flat, it's just a thick padding. But that actually has a sidewall all the way around. I don't know if it's a piece of plastic that goes around the edge or if it's foam. But it's either hard foam or hard plastic wrapped in foam. No, the cats haven't tested it yet, but that's the type of fur that would attract a cat. That's a cat magnet right there. I'll give you. Okay, that's a cat trap. Absolutely. It doesn't have the smell. Maybe a little bit. I swear to God, it's not. My other one, that 2012 one, oh my God, did that thing stink. That thing had the smell. But I don't know if it's the case or, the glue in the case or the lacquer, but these don't have it. My other one doesn't really smell either, no. And this is fresh. I mean, how fresh of a guitar can you get? The guitar is 15 days old. 15 days as of today. How's the clean sound? That's a good question. Yeah, I gotta move that over there. And then here's one with, that's literally a head, a cab, and a reverb. That's one I like to use a lot, and this one too. Where's that YJM? I don't like that one too. Ooh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. There we go. Just notice the long flowing locks. Keep growing it, dude. Yeah, look at that. I haven't had hair this long since a very long time ago, since T2. Right? Any Boston from that SG? Barry Goudreau. You know what? I saw an interview with Barry Goudreau recently. He was talking about how he got kicked out of Boston. And you know what? It was the record company that got him kicked out of Boston. Because Tom wasn't doing a new album. And so they wanted to do something. They were desperate to make money off of anyone in Boston because the record, it was like a mega hit, right? The first Boston album. And Tom told them, you know, I'm not going to be doing another album for a little bit. And so they said, okay. And they were going to do, something with Barry. And so they do the album. And when the ad for the album came out, it read like 6 million people, you know, have heard the sound of this guitar, now hear the guy behind it. And Barry took it to mean like the guy, like the other guy in the band, but Tom took it to mean like he was trying to take credit for the sound of Boston and fired him immediately. And I felt bad for Barry. Barry was a good guy and a great guitar player. Boston, Yeah, did you see that interview? It was, yeah, I felt bad for Barry. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. Going a little fast there. Barry Goudreau founded Orion, the Hunter, and RTZ as well. Yeah, that sounds familiar, right? RTZ? Yeah, Return to Zero, right? Thoughts on the music of Ghost? I haven't heard a ton of it, but they seem like they got their stuff together. They seem to be a thing. I know so many people that really, really love that band. I just know the guitar because who does it? Is it Hagstrom? Who does the Schecter? Hagstrom? I forget now, but there's a guitar brand, and I see the Ghost guitar out there. Now, I would have thought the Les Paul would have been brighter too, but I think the pickups are what really drive that, and they're warmer, or at the very least, hotter, right? the band to see, and I completely regret missing them, was I can't. Oh my God, what was the name of that band? Oh my God, it's killing me. I can't think of it. But Barry Goudreau, I think it was Barry and Brad Delp, and they were doing Beatles songs. They were in a Beatles, not a tribute band where they dressed up like them, but just like a sort of a Beatles, kind of a tribute band where they went through like a lot of their songs. And as I understood, they sounded friggin' amazing. And they used to play at Mosley's in Dedham. And they played there a bunch of times, and I was like, oh, I really got to go up and catch that show. And I never did. I really regret not catching one of those sets. It was very, very easy to go to that. It wasn't, I think the Fab Four is the one with Will Lee. That's a different one, right? Beetlejuice. 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 That was it. Beetlejuice. Yeah, that's the correct answer. J-Man's got it. Beetlejuice. Yeah. Now, Ernie and the Automatics was a whole different thing. Beetlejuice was it. That was it. Was it with Charlie Farron? Was it Charlie and Brad and Barry all at the same time? See, now you're making me really regret not going. Did it have Charlie Farron too? Jesus. What the hell is wrong with me? Yeah, I said it 3 times. The source of distortion I am using Overloud is the brand. THU is the software, and it's just software. Fair warning. Oh yeah, let me think of right. That's actually some pretty serious picking there. Thought I felt a cat. I'm trying to think of what else is on that album. Fair warning. Do I have oh, I actually may not have that set up right now. Well, let me look here. Yeah, of course on Chin. It's like, don't. Yeah. I don't want to hear about it later on. Yeah, God, dirty movies. Push comes to shove, 1 foot out the door. I'm thinking of that's the album before that. Anyway. Favorite mini or sub 200 amp desktop size, like a combo or a head? Combo, I'd get a Katana. They're so cheap and they sound great, and they're light, and you know, not a Katana. You want a tube? Tube Meister 40's good. Yeah, pretty small. What else? What else have I had here? That, I'll tell you, I had a Dark Terror here that was pretty awesome. And I had the, you know what I had? I had the Jim Root one. And then the other one was the, I think I had the Root, but the other one was the Mastodon Dude one there. Master Dude. His. That was really good too. That orange one. Little sucker. Oh, thanks, Ted. Get your guitars now. Inflation on the way. One of every $5 printed in the last 12 months. Yep, I'm stocking up. Buy them up. In a post-money world, guitars will be the currency. What's up, Andrew Bonica? Have I seen the new black Onyx Pia? I have. That actually does look nice. I like the black one. Because the black works with the gold, right? Call you out, Steve. Are you sponsored by TH3? No. In fact, I have never talked to TH3 or THU or any of them. I mean, Native Instruments. I got Bias Effects. Positive Grid gave me that for free. You know, I got Helix Native. Right, which has made a big improvement, and so when they went to version 3 and 3.1. You know, I got that, but not. THU is the one that I actually bought out of my pocket years ago, and every time they come out with an upgrade, I just upgrade it. Yeah, they're the one company I've never talked to. I got an email maybe 7 years ago from someone there, but I used to use Guitar Rig a lot more too. But yeah, no. No. Yeah, Overloud is Italian. I'm a devil, pirate devil. I'm a devil. Well, I think with overloud, right, it's free milking a cow, right? It's like they're like, why would we ever reach out to them? It's like, we got a good thing going already. What's up, Christoph? He's having an episode. If you don't know, learn the lead from Metal Health, pitch, detune, and all. It's very good. Yeah, like. You know, you. We'll pull that. We'll pull the plastic off at some point. At some point, there, hot shot. Yeah. I remember that. We are cleared for landing. Exactly. All it needs is a Floyd Rose, a couple of EMGs. That's my signature orange. Yep. A little Stevie. Ten 1,000ths of a watt. Metal Church and Merciful Fate, I don't know any of that stuff. They're a little after my time. That's more like 90s. And by the 90s, I really had switched to more like jazz and fusion and stuff like that. In the 90s, there was a lot of school and college, and I wasn't playing guitar quite as much, you know. Exactly. Little 10W30, 1240 volts. Oh God, Metal Health, that was like a game changer. That's what brought metal onto the mainstream. You got to give Quiet Riot credit. You know, I mean, they were the ones to bring out, you know, all of a sudden metal went from, you know, being on the rock stations to also being on Kiss 108, which was mind-blowing. And I knew friends that were like, they were livid because they didn't like metal and it was invading their pop radio. And I was like, too bad, buddy. She gives Slade credit. Yeah, you know what? And I think that was part of the depression that, you know, that sort of beset Kevin Dubrow, was that, you know, deep down inside, he sort of knew that, you know, their biggest songs were covers. You know, Come On Feel the Noise and Mama, We're All Crazy Now were Slade covers. And only Metal Health was like their own big hit. And what was their other hit? Did they even have another hit? Slick Black Cadillac? I mean, not really. So, you know, I just felt like that, you know, they never, other than Bang Your Head, which did have a lot of airplay, at least in the States. Their biggest hit, Come On Feel the Noise, and their follow-up hit, Mama, We're All Crazy Now, were both covers. Yeah, Kevin Dubrow and Janie Lane are both kind of hard luck stories. You know, when you're growing up, you're like, wow, you know, can you imagine being them, you know, like really look up to them. And then, you know, later on when you get older and you really see their stories, it's kind of a sad one, you know, especially Kevin Dubrow. He really, you know, and really, you know, Laney Jane too, you know, they drown their depression and substance abuse, particularly alcohol. Yeah, the original top hat wearing dude, the guy from Slade, you know. And again, it just goes to show that American audiences just didn't even know Slade. And so, but if you have to admit, when you hear the guy from Slade and you hear Kevin Dubrow, you could kind of see how the record company, and I bet the two companies might have even been related, right? You could see how they wanted to use a Slade song, a song that had already been proved to have some success. Yeah, Robin Crosby too. Yeah. Oh, he saw Warrant at the station twice shortly before the fire. Yeah. Well, luckily nothing happened when you were there. That was, I can't even listen to Great White anymore. That band is dead to me. I can't. Like, just ruined forever. We'll never. $8.51. Oh my God. Oh my God. I still have coffee left. How the hell did that happen? I'm playing more. So in the few minutes remaining, let me go over my list here. Friedman Mini BE, sort of know about that. Dallas Show, Summer NAMM, we sort of talked about that a little bit. Again, Buzz Wilson, if you can be my recon man, if you go, no pressure, but if you go, let us know next week. Stock still at record lows, especially used stock, really low. And then my last item on my little list here was, what should my next guitar be? I was thinking maybe Gold Top, or that could be a little expensive. Maybe we need to go Squire on this next one. Grandma Nice Swan Aztec. I like the way you're thinking. Strat, another Strat. You know what? I was just saying the other day, now that I have two Gibsons, my Fender to Gibson ratio is 9-2. So, you want to make it 10-2? Firebird. I like that one. Going the wrong way here. Schecter. I've been looking at the Schechters, but there hasn't been another one up. Maybe that's the fish. Yeah. My wife made mussels tonight for the first time. We made mussels. They were good. Let's see if we survive them. 8-string, no, nothing more than 6 for me. LP Junior, Epi 339 with P90s. They're all over the place. You like the sexy hair? Yeah, you can't handle the sexy hair. Look at that. I need a V and an Explorer pair. I like the way you're thinking on that. Charvel. Kiesel. The Epi 335 is a solid option. You know, I've been sort of leaning that because, like I said, I've been thinking about getting rid of just throwing out the Aria and then replacing it, you know. Pulling muscles from a shell. Pulling muscles from a shell. He'll give us Love mussels. Used to get them frozen in Hannaford's, add butter and garlic, and you're done. Yeah. They did the whole white wine and shallot thing. How stunk like shallot so bad. I'm like, you realize the shallot is an onion, right? My God, is it stinking there. No, I don't think I'd try. I don't think I'd go Ibanez Universe. I've tried 7 strings. The necks are too wide. I don't like them. I'm not a fan. PRS, yeah. I only have one PRS. Reverse V. That's a bold statement. You'll poke your eye out, kid. I have 2 Firebirds and 2 Explorers. Yeah. I need at least one of each. 1 Explorer. 1 Explorer. 1 Bird. And 1 V. 1 Explorer. An Ibanez Pia. Let's not go nuts. We're not made of Pias over here. Heritage or a Sir. Heritage necks are a little chunky. You know, they have more of a vintage neck to them. I've never been crazy about Heritage because of that fact. Balaguer. I don't know much about his guitars. Other than the Fluff ones, because I'd see him on Fluff's channel. Just get a theremin for kicks. Just a little more of a... a double neck. You know those guitars are like double guitars? G&L. I've played a few G&Ls. I have an MPS-10, Paul Stanley. Maybe. Have a good one, Melon Husk. Have a good one, Blackjack. Yeah, we're almost done. 2 more minutes. We almost out. Yeah, Sir is expensive. Nash, yeah. Or like an LSL or one of those, like a sort of like an off-brand Strat. What was that? That was just, you know, the EDM I like to throw around. A Gretsch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to keep the SG. We like to have fun. That's what we do. We're just having fun. Oh, thanks, Ogre Lord. No, you the man. All right, well, it's 9 p.m. I'm sure everybody wants to get out of lockdown. I get everybody on lockdown on the 2nd floor. And, you know, they probably want to come down and have a brownie. We made brownies after they were cooling. So I'm sure they're ready to come down and start cutting squares. Did I try the Duesenberg? I might have it, one of the GitCons, actually. Was that the Ghost guitar, or was it Hagstrom? Or was it Duesenberg? I think it might have been Hagstrom. One of those German brands. I know, I'll have to do a time lapse. I know. The bruise is from, they drew blood. You can see where he drew blood right in the center. And he's like, hold on, I got it in there. He's like ripping my vein apart. I'm like, yeah, you know, you got this, bro. And then, of course, I knew it was going to turn like this because he took it off and there was like a mouse underneath my arm. I'm like, oh, gee, there we go. So, anyway. You see the Novo guitars. Yeah, Novo. Novo. That's a good one. That is a good one. All right, dudes. I better go. Good suggestions, though. I'll see you in a week. And there you have it. There you have it. And just one last look at the SG before we call it a night. Yeah. Yeah. All right, dudes. Oh, I will see. No, you rock. Super thanks to everybody for hanging out tonight. Extra super thanks to anyone who contributed. Really appreciate that. And of course, extra super mega shout outs to me mod squad. I really appreciate that as well. I'll see you in a week. And and there you go. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful week. And I'll see you in a week. And until then, rock on.